We're all here. Okay, I'm trying. Good evening. I'd like to call the November 4th, 2025 City Council meeting of North Bend to order. Will the clerk please call roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Mark Jocelyn,
Present.
Councilmember Brendan Elwood,
Present.
Councilmember Alan Godhelf,
Present.
Councilmember Heather Cullen,
Present.
Councilmember Christina Restic,
Present.
Councilmember Susan Torgerson,
Here.
Councilmember Errol Tremolata.
Present.
All are present, Your Honor.
Fantastic. Can the clerk please lead us in the flag salute?
United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening, everybody, and happy voting night day. It's super special. I hope you all did your part. Before I move on to consent agenda, I'm just curious if we have anything to change on our agenda tonight, if anyone.
Your Honor, I would suggest that we pull agenda item number 9 and defer it to a future work study.
Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, motion by Mayor Pro Tem Jocelyn and seconded by Mr. Gottelf. I don't think we need to talk about that, or do we? Nope. Okay. Clerk, you've taken note of that change. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to consent agenda. We have 7 items, I guess. Yeah, 7 items on the consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay. So can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, you're going to have to toss for that one.
You got it.
Okay, good. Okay, motion made by Mr. Gottelf and seconded by, let's go with Ms. Torgerson, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries and is unanimous. Thank you so much. Moving on to audience participation, we're moving on. Since we'll no longer be taking public comment after every item on the main agenda, now would be the time to come forward to the podium to comment on any agenda items or any other item you wish to speak about. There's Michael. He's ready. If you have requested accommodation with the city clerk and wish to speak through the virtual platform, please raise your hand and we'll take your comments after in-person comments. Please remember your name, state your name, your address, and you have 3 minutes to speak for the record. And welcome, Michael. Good to see you.
Good evening, Council. Michael Thomas, 1231 LaForest Drive, SE. I'm quite concerned about recent development activity proposals, including a master plan hearing and the MDNS for development in the vicinity of Trucktown. As you know, there was resolution 2127 with a long-term development agreement to foster really commercial and business development in that area. I'm actually very supportive of commercial development in that area that's appropriate with the area, considering residences, schools, and others nearby. But in the process of looking over both the master plan and the MDNS, I'm very troubled to find 25 acres of that being proposed for the National Guard as alternative to in the MDNS. I'm shocked by this. I really thought this was done. What would the council's opinion have been had it known that it was the National Guard they were approving a development agreement for ultimately? I have grave concerns, environmental, around the area, the National Guard, convoys, the school, military vehicle pollution. I think there's also something very important to know is to understand the existing facility. And the best source of that is the Interbay Project Military Relocation Report. It describes quite a few things, large number of convoys, a CH-47 helicopter compatible landing pad. I'm very concerned with this facility being in proximity to residential neighborhoods, the school, and others. You're talking about fuel tankers, talking about this also in proximity to a truck stop, which has a lot of already hazardous cargo in the area. I don't see how this is compatible with the residential areas nearby, the school, both Twin Falls Middle School and a future school planned there by SVSD. I'm just stunned to see this. Again, I would hope that citizens would pay attention to this. There's a hearing on the 13th of November and the MDNS is due on November 10th. Just stunned to see this. This is really not the vision that we should have for the gateway to the Middle Fork. This is not the business or commercial development that the city so desperately needs. I was also interesting to learn on September 23rd in the work study, there's a discussion of something called Project 34, which involves both relocating the truck stop and a proposal for the National Guard to the core nearby. I'd like to see more details on this. I think this might be a super winning proposal. But anyway, again, I just want to express my concerns and also bring this to the public's attention. Please express your concerns for or against the National Guard facility in this area. And pay attention to the hearings and send comments to City Council, SVSD, reach out to your neighbors. This is certainly a vision that is worth taking a closer look at. Thank you, and this concludes my content.
Thank you very much, Michael. Anybody else from council? Oh. I don't know. Can we have a mic check? I don't know if that's, are we hearing well there, Phil? Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Some of you might recognize me.
Hi, Jenny.
My name is Jenny Hennessy. I reside at 321 Southeast Orchard Place in North Bend. This is my first time in comment. Sorry, I can't see, but I can't see. This is my first time commenting on a local issue. I joined the North Bend Citizen Academy, so like it or love it or hate it, I'm here commenting, participating in my first city council meeting. So thank you guys for all the work you did. It was awesome. I will comment on Michael's, I also agree. I've sat through a lot of those meetings for the development out at Chucktown. Never once did I hear anything about National Guard. So when this is brought to the attention of the neighbors, it's very concerning to me as well, but that's not what I'm here for today, but I agree with Michael's comments. So I wanted to voice my concerns on the proposed affordable housing at 230 Main Avenue. While I wholeheartedly support the need for affordable housing in our community, I respectfully ask that you reject the DDA agreement for the specific proposal. It's crucial that we adhere to the standard parking and height restrictions, as making exceptions for affordable housing sets a concerning precedent for our community. The infrastructure at 230 Main simply cannot support this development, and I have two primary concerns with this proposal. One is the deviation from the current North Bend code and the aesthetic impact. Our codes are in place for a reason, and altering them to accommodate this project does not seem justifiable. I strongly oppose the reduction in parking. This represents a 50% decrease versus our code, which is very concerning. It's unrealistic that there will be only 20 vehicles parking there for a 40-unit apartment building. If you've driven down Southeast Orchard Drive recently, I live in a townhouse/condo community. There are cars everywhere. They are on the streets. There's parking at Skyview Park. They're parking in the grass. They're all over because everyone has 1, 2, 3 vehicles. It's just not expected that there's going to be one vehicle per unit. The other problem I have is a 3-story building would obstruct the mountain views, which are integral to the North Bend's identity as a small mountain town. This development risks transforming our unique character into something resembling Issaquah or Redmond, which I don't believe is in line with our community vision. The other thing I have an issue with is what is considered affordable. When you look at the 60% of AMI, that's on King County. The things that I could find was $1,800 for a 1-bedroom apartment. That's not affordable for seniors, and that is not affordable for people who are working in our grocery stores and different businesses. So I thank you for considering my concerns. I believe that there is a better path forward for affordable housing that genuinely meets the needs of the community without compromising our standards and values. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Jenny. Anybody else? Welcome, Terry.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Terry Potmeyer. I'm here tonight as a board member for the Snoqualmie Valley Food Bank, which is located at 122 East 3rd Street in North Bend. Given the uncertainty of SNAP funding, recent layoffs, rising food prices, I'm here tonight because I just want to remind the community that the food bank remains steadfast in our commitment to making sure that no one in our community is hungry. As always, we stand ready to serve every single person who knocks on our door. In addition to our regular hours on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we are finding new ways to meet the growing need for support. Our team, which is very dedicated, including staff and so many volunteers, will be filling grocery bags to distribute to partners across the valley. We're trying to make food available for pickup at new locations, such as the library, so people who are unable to access the food bank during open hours still have access to food. We have really been heartened by so many, many people who have come or reached out to offer help to the food bank at this time. And I wanted to just take a minute to share 4 quick ways that people can support their community members during this challenging time. And the first and most important is anything you can do to spread the word. Everyone is always welcome at the food bank. This may be the first time some members of our community find themselves in need of the food bank's support. Please, if you or someone you know needs food, please come see us. We're here for you with no questions and no judgment. Second, we are hoping that people will be able to step forward and help us in this new distribution effort. If you know of a business or an organization that's willing to accept these pre-filled, ready-to-go food bags, making food available to more people at diverse hours, diverse locations, please let us know. We hope you'll consider also donating food. Most requested items are on our website. And of course, we always need Ensure for our elders and formula for our babies. But we also encourage people to consider hosting a food drive at our local grocery stores. Remember that a reduction in SNAP benefits, which we're encountering now, impacts the local grocery stores as well by reducing the number of shoppers and decreasing sales. Coordinating a food drive at the local grocery store can help keep the local economy strong. And finally, if you're in a position to give, monetary donations can ensure the various highest quality fresh foods and vegetables are always available for our clients. We can buy food in bulk at wholesale prices. So ensuring that fresh foods are on the shelves helps stretch every single donated dollar. Together, we can keep the shelves stocked and our neighbors nourished. Thank you for helping feed our neighbors and for spreading the word about this service in our community. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Terry. Anybody else? I know there's somebody else, at least. Okay. Yeah.
Terry,
Yeah.
could I ask you to send council an email that has some of those highlights of the alternative times and whatnot so we could share?
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. You too. Okay, come on up. Thanks, Deb.
Hello. Deborah Landers, 14615 438th Avenue Southeast in North Bend. And yes, once again, I'm here about North Bend Art and Industry because yes, we are doing very amazing things. So I'm sorry that many of you didn't get to see our artist open house recently, but it was a huge success. And Amber made an amazing charcuterie that all of the artists that were there were really admiring. But today, we're here to talk about Artist Sunday, which is November 30th. This is a national day to highlight local artists and to encourage people to shop local and shop art for the holiday season. It's always the Sunday after Thanksgiving. This year it's November 30th. We're going to be at the Snoqualmie Middle School, which is certainly a unique building structure to hold an event. So we've got some great music. We've got over 60 artists and some fun food trucks. And I hope to see you there on Sunday after Thanksgiving. I'm going to hand out brochures because I know you guys are going to show up, right? Okay, right?
Yes.
Be there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deb. Anybody else? Oh, come on up. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening, Council. My name is Howie Benefiel, and I'm at 44536 Southeast 144th Street. And I imagine most of the people in this room own a generator. And I don't think that should be normal in North Bend. So my own journey here, moving from a minutes reader to a speaker, started 2 weeks ago on a Saturday when I was showering and I was thrust into darkness, not knowing if I was grabbing my wife's towel or mine. For the record, I grabbed my wife's. It's funny in retrospect, but Sunday morning was far more serious. I spent the morning running the generator for my out-of-town neighbor so their food wouldn't spoil. I then helped an elderly neighbor open their garage doors so that they could get their car out for a doctor's appointment on Monday. And the thing I love more than anything about North Bend, and Terry exemplified that, is our sense of community, neighbors helping neighbors. But it shouldn't have to be us helping each other to compensate for PSE's failure at providing reliable electrical service. Meanwhile, our neighbors with Tanner Electric Cooperative don't have these problems. And, some will say, well, that's just how North Bend is. The wind blows and we lose power. But we have seen that Tanner Co-op consistently has a more reliable electrical utility service than PSE. Other communities have faced this problem and they've decided to take control. So right here in Washington, Jefferson County chose to help themselves after experiencing reliability problems, and their public utility district municipalized the electrical utility in 2013 under RCW Title 54. Now they have reliable service, better outage response, and they're taking care of their own instead of relying on PSE. I'm not here to ask for something as extreme as forming a PUD, but I am looking for some accountability from PSE. So I've dug into the numbers, dug into the data that PSE is required to provide to UTC, and there's some crucial data that's missing that I would like to see. So I'm respectfully requesting the council ask PSE for reliability data for North Bend over the past 5 years, their outage response plans, their capital improvement schedule for the Snoqualmie Valley, and any expenditures that they have made in the Snoqualmie Valley for vegetation management. None of this is publicly available, but we deserve transparency. And I'll be sticking around after the council meeting if anybody would like to talk about this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Anybody online tonight, Phil?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take one more pause. We're sure about that. Okay. I'm going to take a off-script moment and introduce you all, if you don't know her already, a fabulous artist named Bonnie Katz-Saylor, who's with us in the audience tonight. Bonnie's been showcasing her art for a number of months here in City Hall, so grateful for that and your talent. And I was wondering if you'd like to come up to the podium and introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you and council as well. And council, if you'd like to ask some questions, and no pressure, but
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Bonnie Katz-Saylors, and yeah, I'm the featured artist. Apparently, it's the first artist here in City Hall, and I'm really honored. So thank you very much for Deb and Mary putting it together. And yeah, I'm been an artist for over 30 years. I went to Cornish College of the Arts. Graduated, and of course I had a different career because they didn't teach you how to make any money after art school. And but I'm back full-time artist for the past 3 years. I live here in North Bend for the past 6 years, so my inspiration comes from the valley here. Yeah, I live at 667 East North Bend Way, and yeah, just love all the beauty that we have here. And I'm an oil painter, and I teach classes at North Bend Art and Industry, oil painting classes. I'm a member of the Art Gallery of Snow Valley. I'm a collective member there. You might see me working there a few shifts a month, and I have a wall there. And I'm going to do Artist Sunday, and I do some of the other holiday markets. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. So.
Well, awesome. Thank you for that. Council, do you have any questions or anything you'd like to say to Bonnie? Councilmember Rustic.
I just want to say thank you for sharing your beautiful art with the council and the community here at the City Hall. So thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Anybody else in council? Heather?
I love all your paintings and I want them all, but they're out of my price range. Mary knows which ones I want. But anyways, they're very beautiful. Thank you.
We might have a bidding war going on here. I don't know. We're not an art gallery. We aren't in the business of selling art per se, but we really appreciate and honor the talent you have, and the way to connect with you to purchase the art is very, very much available through your website and the QR code that's undercover to protect you as well as everybody else, I guess, in this case. But anyway, you're a wonderful artist, a great human, and we wish you all the best. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Take care. Let's see, we're going to move on to announcements, presentations, and appointments. Item number 8 is a proclamation. Yeah, this is a special one because I truly believe we need more of this in the world. And this month is Kindness Month. And let me begin. Whereas the City of North Bend honors those, no matter how young or old, that make a positive difference in our community and our world. And whereas the Empower Youth Network's Youth Suicide Prevention Program, which includes the Be Kind SV campaign, makes our schools, communities, and state stronger by facilitating meaningful change through simple acts of kindness. And whereas any day, week, or month is a good time to remind all of us of the need to remember that compassion, empathy, humility, and respect are essential ingredients in the creation and maintenance of a kind and civilized society. And whereas kindness is a fundamental part of the human condition, which bridges the divides of race, religion, politics, and gender. And whereas by knowing, understanding, and using our power of kindness, we have the ability to send out a positive ripple that may travel throughout the valley and beyond. And whereas when fostering acts of kindness within our community, we help our citizens develop a thoughtful foundation and perspective within themselves and those around them. And whereas through simple acts of kindness, we can promote healthy behaviors and positive dynamics within our community. And whereas we seek to cultivate caring, kindness, and compassion within our community, whereas now, therefore, I, Mary Miller, Mayor, do hereby proclaim the month of November 2025 as Kindness Month and in the City of North Bend, and call upon all citizens to observe this month with the appropriate acts of kindness, caring, and compassion within our community. And I see someone very familiar, Kathy Highland from Empower Youth Networks here tonight.
And whereas, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm Kathy Highland. I work for Empower Youth Network. I am the coordinator for the mentoring program, in charge of all the schools for Snoqualmie Valley. Our kindness coordinator is on maternity leave, and we got to see her lovely little baby today. So I am here so that she could be home with her baby. On behalf of Empower Youth Network and our community, I want to sincerely thank you for supporting and recognizing Kindness Month with this proclamation. Your acknowledgement helps shine a light on the power of compassion and reminds us that all small acts of kindness can create big change. Thank you for helping make our community a place where kindness truly matters and continues to grow. We also want to thank the City of North Bend for your overall support and funding of our work. We greatly appreciate that. In addition to the City of North Bend, the following entities and communities have joined together with the proclamation of November as Kindness Month: the Snoqualmie Indian Tribe, the cities of Duval, Snoqualmie, Carnation, as well as the Riverview and Snoqualmie Valley School Districts. I also want to make sure that everybody knows that this Sunday, doors open at 11:30 for our Kindness movie. It's free to anyone who wants to come. And we'll be showing Paddington at the North Bend Theater. Doors open at 11:30. In addition to free admissions, there's free popcorn and free soda. So come down and have fun. We look forward to celebrating kindness in our community with you. For more ways to support our work, including volunteering for our mentoring program, we need mentors. I have kids waiting. I also have 2 kids waiting for bilingual mentors. If anybody knows a bilingual Spanish-English fluent, that would be great. Visit us at our website, empoweryouth.org, or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. We appreciate all your support.
Thank you, Kathy. Hold it right there if you don't mind, because I'm going to come up and hand this to you.
Oh, great.
And I think we're going to have a little photo moment too.
We have to do the
Lisa.
pictures, don't we? Can you take one on my phone? Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. One small request. Landscape. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. So we don't get the TV. Perfect. All right. Hold on.
If it doesn't work, just use yours. You can text me. I just use yours. I don't want to hold everyone up. You can text it.
Okay. I'm staying all night.
Not me.
I have that one. Prompt 2. Okay. Got it.
You might want your phone back.
Yeah, if you could send that to us, that would be great.
What if I talk?
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to introductions, item number 9 has been removed, so we're moving on to item number 10. And that is AB 25-120, resolution awarding SR 202 Shared Use Trail Project Interwest Construction. Mr. Moore, would you please provide the report tonight?
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. In early 2024, City Council approved an engineering contract with G&O to design the State Route 202 Shared Use Trail Project. This project consists of frontage improvements along the wastewater treatment plant on State Route 202, a pedestrian bridge to be constructed over the South Fork Snoqualmie River, approximately 100 feet downstream of the current State Route 202 bridge, and paved trails and boardwalk improvements in the Tollgate and Meadowbrook farm areas just west of the treatment plant. The pedestrian bridge will also act as a utility pipe carrier for the Meadowbrook Sewer ULID project. A project vicinity map is located on page 217 of the packet. The project is currently the highest rated project on the city's 6-year transportation improvement plan, and the engineering design and permitting requirements were completed for this project in September of this year. City staff put this project out to bid and received 6 bids. Those bids are on page 213 through 216 of the packet, and the bids ranged from $5.29 million to $6.54 million. The engineer's estimate was $6.4 million. The lowest responsible bid came from Interwest Construction in an amount of $5,299,691.32, which was approximately $1.1 million below the engineer's estimate. There's 3 schedules of work for this project as detailed on the agenda bill. Schedule A and B will be funded with a combination of transportation impact fees, transportation benefit district funds, park impact fees, and REIT funds. They're currently in the budget. And Schedule C is the sewer portion of the work, which will be funded by the sewer ULID. TPW reviewed and recommended award of this contract last week, and both staff and GNO reviewed bids and did reference checks, and everything checked out great. I've personally worked with Interwest when I was on the private side with other municipalities, and they 3 separate times, and have nothing but good things to say about them. So it'll be my recommendation to award this contract to Interwest Construction. Any questions? I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Question, Mr. Gottelf.
I'm going to place this question for a former council member. The one thing I don't see is planting of trees in front of the wastewater treatment plant. Is that part of this?
It is part of the frontage improvements. There'll be kind of like a mounding behind the sidewalk with shrubs and trees planted to try to screen the treatment plant as much as we can. So it'll take a few years for those trees to grow up and completely screen it. But yes, that is in the plans.
That will make former Councilman Jonathan Rosen very happy.
Thank you very much. Any other council member have any questions or
I have a question. When would this project begin and end?
So they have about 200, I think they have 200 or 220 working days in the contract. The first thing we need to do is get it awarded so we can get the shop drawings for the bridge out and get the bridge going, because it's like an 8 to 9 month build time for the bridge. So that'll be the first thing. Once we award it, then we'll sit down with the contractor. I can't imagine they're going to want to do too much work this time of year. I'm thinking it's going to be maybe like a March start for most of the work. They have the option to go earlier if they want, but I'm thinking they're going to push it off a little bit.
Thank you. Anybody else from council have any clarifying questions? Seeing none. Okay, I believe this came through TPW. Councilmember Cohen, would you like to read the motion?
I would. Thank you. Motion to approve AB 25-120, a resolution accepting bids and awarding the construction contract for the SR 202 Shared Use Trail Project to Interwest Construction Incorporated.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Motion made by Councilmember Colon and second by Councilmember Tremolata. Councilmember Colon, do you have any comments you'd like to make?
This is a very important infrastructure project that we've been working on for a long time to help our wastewater treatment plant from the west end of town to our sewage treatment plant. But on top of that, the beauty of it is putting this very nice pedestrian bridge which will beautify that area and be useful to all to interconnect our trails.
Wonderful. Would you like to comment, Mr. Tremblay?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, these are the high impact type of projects that folks in town actually get to see and use. And so it's a big project, no doubt. So excited to see it kick off.
Terrific. Any other council members have any comments to make? Nope, seeing none. Okay, the motion before us is to approve AB 25-120, a resolution accepting bids and awarding the construction contract for the SR 202 Shared Use Trail Project to Interwest Construction, Inc. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is a motion that passes unanimously. Thank you, everybody. Moving on to item number 11, AB 25-121, motion authorizing contract with GNO for SR 202 Shared Use Trail Project Construction Management. Back to you, Mr. Moore, to fill us in on all the goodies.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Again, as we discussed on the previous agenda item, GNO has completed design for the State Route 202 Shared Use Trail Project, and they have assisted staff through the advertisement and bid opening process. As part of the pending infrastructure construction of the project, the city needs a full-time construction management and inspection service support to cover this large project. The city's sole public works inspector lacks the bandwidth to support this large project, and there are several specialized disciplines, including geotechnical engineering, cultural resource monitoring, and inspection and testing services for the bridge abutments and bridge itself. As a result, city staff desires to contract with GNO for construction management and inspection services for this project. On page 221 through 29 of the packet, you can see the scope and fee that GNO provided. We went through several iterations, kind of bringing that number down to where we felt it was best suited for this project. GNO is currently performing the construction management and inspection services for the ULID project. So the idea would be as that project wraps up, they kind of slide into this project with the same inspectors, especially on the sewer side of things. The proposed fee for the construction management inspection services is $658,700. This is about 12.4% of the construction cost of $5.3 million, which falls in that 10 to 15% construction management percentage we typically like to see for this type of transportation work. Brought this to TPW last week. They reviewed and recommended approval, and staff recommends approval of this construction management with contract with GNO as well. Thank you. Any questions? I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Any questions, clarifying questions? Councilmember Rustic.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So this is a very impactful project, very significant for the community. I agree. It's also very significant in dollar amount. We've been getting monthly updates on the sewer ULID project, which is another significant project. Can we get the same, especially since this is going to be their project to manage? Can we get that same update, monthly update, so we can ensure that costs stay on track?
Yes, absolutely. We'll make it the top two agenda items in TPW until the projects are wrapped up. So
perfect. Thank you.
Terrific. Any other council members, any clarifying questions for Mr. Moore? Seeing none. Okay. The motion before us. Oh, sorry. We're going to move on to Councilmember Cohen. I jumped way ahead. My apologies.
Motion to approve AB 25-121, authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with GNO for construction management and inspection services for the SR 202 Shared Use Trail Project in an amount not to exceed $658,700 and a form and content approved by the city attorney.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Motion made by Councilmember Colon, second by Councilmember Rustic. Councilmember Colon, would you like to speak to your motion?
This again goes into important infrastructure. It mirrors what we were talking about with our previous motion, and it's an important thing that we need to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Rustic.
Yeah, and I'll just add that this will allow us to ensure that the project moves along as it should and manage the costs and taxpayer dollars associated. So I'm going to support it.
Wonderful. Anybody else from council wish to comment? Okay, now.
Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Nope.
Councilmember Elwood, if you could unmute for the vote, that would be ideal for.
Thank you.
And if you can remind him if you called for the next vote. Thank you, Mayor.
Brandon, I apologize. We want you to know that we consider you here, of course. Do you have any comments to make?
I believe I was unmuted for a minute there, but I
Yeah.
remuted while you were talking, so I'm ready to go.
So no comments on this for you? You're
No,
good?
ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, now we're going to move on to, the motion before us is to approve AB 25-121, authorizing the mayor to execute a contract with GNO Construction Management and Inspection Services for the SR 202 Shared Use Trail Project in an amount not to exceed $658,700 in a form and content approved by the city attorney. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And Brendan, I want to hear you.
Yeah, I heard him.
Did you? Okay.
Oh, did you hear my last ones? Oh,
That one. Yes.
Councilmember Elwood, if I might, can you confirm your vote for AB 25120, the prior agenda bill as well?
yes, that was an aye as well, and I was unmuted, so I should speak up, I guess, is what I'm hearing.
Nope, you're fine.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, one and all. Item number 12 is AB 25-122, motion authorizing change order number 1 with Northwest Railway Museum for Railway Crossing Project. Mr. Moore, again, please provide the report for us.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you.
At the October 7th City Council meeting, Council approved a railroad grade crossing agreement with Northwest Railway Museum to construct the Railroad Crossing Project, which will improve 4 railroad crossings located in the city on State Route 202, Main Avenue, Northwest 8th Street, and North Bend Way. Change order number 1 is being requested by city staff in coordination with the McClellan Street Improvements Project currently in design, which will bring all the overhead, power, and communication lines underground when that project goes through. This change order would install the joint utility trench for that underground work now below these railroad crossings because it's a cheaper time to do it right now. If the JUT was installed after the railroad crossing project was complete, it would be on the order of 2 to 2.5 times more expensive because we'd have to bore either the conduit or a casing to hold the conduit under the tracks. And just based on pricing on the ULID project we have with some of the boring work we did under the tracks on Northwest 8th Street, it's that 2 to 2.5 times cost of this change order is what it would come out to. The total cost of the change order is $58,140 plus sales tax. And the change order will be funded with a combination of transportation impact fees and transportation benefit district funds as part of the McClellan project. City staff reviewed this change order with TPW last week and they recommended approval, and staff recommends approval as well. If council has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thank you again, Mr. Moore. Council, do you have any clarifying questions? Ms. Cohen?
Well, and they've started the construction and I think we've all seen it. So when do you estimate they'll be finished with the road closures in downtown?
So they're working on Main right now, obviously, and that'll be done, they should have it back open at 5 a.m. this Friday morning. North Bend Way or on Bendigo, they're going to come back and they're going to grind and overlay the south side of as you approach the grade crossing there. If you've driven it, you've probably seen a little bit of a bump there. It's always the plan to come back and grind it and overlay it, but they're going to come back and do that. I don't know what the schedule is on that right now. I think they're kind of waiting out on the weather. The crossing at Northwest 8th Street is going to start this coming Sunday evening at 7 p.m. and go through the following Thursday at 5 a.m. And then the North Bend Way crossing on the west end of town, we're still kind of working on schedule there and traffic control plans and whether or not it's going to be a full closure or a partial closure. We're still working through those details.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Any other clarifying questions from council? Seeing none, Councilmember Cullen, back to you. It's been a busy night for TPW.
It sure has. Okay. Motion to approve AB 25-122, authorizing change order number 1 with Northwest Railway Museum for the Railroad Crossings Project in a form and content approved to the city attorney, an amount not to exceed $58,140 plus sales tax.
Wonderful. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Motion made by Councilmember Cullen, second by Councilmember Rustick. Councilmember Cullen, would you like to speak to your motion?
I'm personally very excited about this project for a number of reasons. It will be safer for our train on the weekends going back and forth to Snoqualmie, but also it's going to provide in the future more parking for McClellan Alley, and it's the beginning steps of a really cool project that I'm in love with.
Wonderful. Councilmember Rustic, wish to comment?
Well said. This particular motion is also to be proactive and try to save money in the long run. So for that reason, I support it.
Terrific. Anybody else from council wish to comment? All right. Okay. So the motion before us is to approve AB 25-122, authorizing change order number 1 with Northwest Railway Museum for the Railroad Crossings project in a form and content approved to the city attorney in amount not to exceed $58,140 plus sales tax. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We heard you, Brennan. Nicely done.
Good.
Oh, that was magnificent. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, one and all. And we are going on to Mayor, Council, Administrator Conserves and Initiatives. Let's see. Let's go with Brendan, since we've got you long distance. Take it away if you'd like to speak.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilmember Torgerson.
I would just say for people to start being a little, well, maybe not start, maybe they're already doing it. Be a little bit more diligent about how dark it is now and with their storms, and just looking out for pedestrians because it's dark out there, and just be more aware. Also, we've got some activities coming up in North Bend. Holidays are coming, and lots of things to look forward to. So start spending money downtown.
Terrific. Councilmember Coley.
Yes, I definitely felt the change after fallback, and I'm not a fan yet. I'm getting there, but it is quite dark driving in our dark streets in the rain, and I'm getting old. So we should all be as careful as we can with our more and more population that we're getting.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Tremolata.
To take maybe a more serious, somber note, parents from Snoqualmie Valley School District received some disheartening information over the last couple of days about potential threats at our middle school. I want to thank Snoqualmie Police Department for engaging with the community and being very open with as much information as they could, as well as the school district. I'm sure it was not an easy task with parents of concern. I just encourage fellow parents and community members to stay engaged with your students, stay engaged with your children on social media, be aware of what's out there, and please let your school or the school district know if you see anything concerning, so that they can stay on top of it, as well as law enforcement. So thank you.
Thank you, Tremolata. Ms. Tremolata. Okay, let's see, Ms. Rustic. We'll come back to the special man in a minute. He's special. He's Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank everybody that came here tonight to give us their opinion on a variety of topics. I know it's not always easy to get up in front of a group and, speak about the different things and let us know how you feel, but just know that they were all appreciated and we are listening. So thank you. That's all I had.
That's wonderful. Mr. Gottoff.
Yeah, I'd like to point out tonight is election night, and one of the ballot initiatives I sure hope will pass, and it's really important to everybody from a public safety point of view. But so hopefully Medic One will pass. That is an important proposition that needs to help fund our safety services. It helps King County be one of the lowest mortality rates for heart attacks. So it's really an important measure. So hopefully everybody voted, and thank you for those that did. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor Pro Tem Justin.
I'll just say, I guess, for reasons I do not understand, those in power at the federal level have decided that it's worthwhile to have members of our nation go hungry at this point in time. And I find it incredibly upsetting and untoward. And so I would simply encourage those of you who are able to contribute to our local food bank, whether monetarily or with food in this time of need. It's really severe. I mean, it's the most basic of human needs that people need to eat. And I don't have the statistics, I don't have the number, but I am well aware that there are members of, our neighbors who are going to be going hungry because of actions taken at the federal level at this point in time. And there is something we as individuals, if we're able, can do to help and push back a little and support again our neighbors as best we're able. And so I would encourage folks as you can to contribute towards that effort. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Councilmember. Amber.
No updates for me this evening.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's see, just a reminder to all that Main Avenue South between West Park Street and East McClellan Street is still closed until 5 a.m. this Friday for construction on Railroad Crossing Capitals project. Friday, November 14th will be proclaimed as Arbor Day in North Bend. It's exciting. Please join the City Mountains to Sound Greenway and the community members for a planting event along the South Fork of the Snoqualmie River and Ryeberry Creek from 2 to 4 p.m. More information about this event, including where to park and how to register, is available by visiting the news section of the city website. A free Valleywide Caregiver Connection Conference, co-hosted by Mount Si Senior Center, is available for those interested on Saturday, November 15th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Issaquah Senior Center. For more information, please visit the community's calendar on the city website. Help prevent localized flooding by clearing neighborhood storm drains and culverts. Fallen leaves pile up on storm drains on our streets, blocking rainwater from draining, which can lead to neighborhood flooding. Please call the Public Works After Hours emergency number to report any major flooding or storm drain issues. And much like Councilmember Rustick, thank you to the community who were here to speak to us tonight. Our council and myself are very concerned about your opinions and your thoughts, and we always are eager to listen. So thank you for that. And also, it is a voting night, and we have a few minutes before closing. So if you haven't done it already, I urge you to do so. And once again, everybody be safe. I'm going to call for an adjournment. Who would like to join me? Okay, thank you. Okay, motion by Mr. Who is it? Gottelf, and seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Jocelyn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe.